Whenever a team is working within the 3D Experience platform, the initial user is deemed an administrator that is given access to the platform management dashboard. This is where new users can be invited, roles granted to those users, settings applied to individual accounts or multiple users, and communities created along with their content managed. This one-stop admin hub is a powerful tool for managing all the users on the same platform, giving you the ability to determine which roles and apps are available to them, what content can be viewed or created, and allowing for collaboration with other users external to the platform. In this lesson, I'll go over all the primary functions that an admin would use on a regular basis in the 3D Experience platform. This means I'll be focusing mainly on the Members and Communities subtabs, where you can control how many users are included in the platform, what roles they play, and how they can collaborate and communicate within the communities created by you. The first tab shown in the admin dashboard is the My Platform tab. This is an overview of the platform that manages all the users, licenses, access rights, and more. On the top left, you can click on the drop-down arrow to rename the platform. Below, you can see some data regarding the number of members in the platform, invitations pending and remaining, number of granted roles, and how many will expire soon. There's also a button to invite additional members, which will consume a business innovation license when a user is added. I'll go over inviting members in just a bit. Further down the page, you can see how many requests are pending, as well as how much of the total cloud storage space is being used. And if you need to add more storage space, you can click the button here to purchase additional storage that's shared across members in your platform. The next tab along the top is the Members tab, which is the central location in the 3D Experience platform for inviting members, granting access rights, and configuring settings. This first sub-tab is titled Invite and Grant Roles, where you can see all the current members of the group and the available roles below that can be assigned. If you want to invite a new member, simply click this button here. On this first page, you'll add their email, set the member type, set the location to enhance performance based on the closest location to a 3D Experience platform data center, and choose the appropriate language. On the second page, you'll choose which roles to assign to this member. Business Innovation is selected by default because it's always added to every member in the 3D Experience platform, but there may also be additional role types available depending on your SolidWorks subscription. If these are available, you can select the ones that apply and then click Next. I'll leave them unselected and continue. The last page shows additional apps that can also be applied to this new member's account. You can select either the CATIA app or the SolidWorks app or both. However, if you always want new users to get access to these apps, you can edit the additional apps at the bottom of the Invite and Grant Roles page. And then check the box for Available to all members. For now, I'll just enable SolidWorks and then click Invite. This sent out the invitations successfully, and the user can log in and join the platform. Back on the Members page, I want to show you a few ways you can edit settings and grant different roles. First, you want to find the user you're looking for. One of the quickest ways is to search for them by clicking on the magnifying glass icon and then typing in their name. Now that the user is shown here on screen, there are a couple ways to assign roles to this account. Let's say you want the Industrial Designer and SolidWorks XDesign roles applied to that account. To add them, hold the Control key, or Command for Mac users, and select the roles you want to apply. The Industrial Designer role lets me know that others will be added along with it. And now I can Control-select the XDesign role as well. With them highlighted, simply click and drag them onto that user's name above. Now the roles have been granted to that user as indicated by the notification shown here. Similarly, you can drag users directly onto roles. This will add the role to that user, or you can multi-select users to give them all the same type of role at once. If you need to remove roles from an account, simply click on the Details icon to the right of the username, and then uncheck any roles shown here. For now, I'll uncheck Industrial Designer, and it's removed. You can also see other available roles if you want to add them here, which includes Industrial Designer, since I just removed it. Under Additional Apps, you can see that SolidWorks has been added already. I can assign other available apps by selecting View All, and then choosing the ones I want applied. There's also some important settings under More Options. Here you can resend the invitation to this user if they haven't accepted and joined the platform yet. You can also remove this user's access. There's also an option to remove the user entirely, and you can change their location if that person is working in a different country for a period of time, or if they permanently move to a new location. Next, I want to move over to the next sub-tab, Manage Requests. In this tab, there's an option that can be enabled to allow platform members to request new roles. As it states, this allows members to request roles other than the ones that are granted to them. This will only be available if there are roles other than Business Innovation that can be assigned, such as SolidWorks XDesign or Industrial Designer. The next sub-tab, Import Members, is where the admin can invite a list of members simultaneously. I'll click on Invite Members, and you can see here that there's an area to select a file to import. I'll quickly click on See Example, which downloads a sample Excel file in CSV format. I'll open it, and you can see the formatting you'll need shown here. You enter the email address followed by a semicolon, then the user rights type with another semicolon, and the agreement type ending with a third semicolon. As long as all the users are listed in this fashion, you can import as many as you need, all from one file. Back in the admin panel, there's a couple options available under the Configure Member Invitations. The first one allows administrators to grant roles without assigning the associated license, which means that the admin account can grant access to other users to join this platform by using their existing Business Innovation license already on their account. So if there's a user from another company or a contractor that's collaborating on a project, you can have them join your platform and use their own license without having to consume one of your own Business Innovation licenses. This other option allows platform members to be able to invite external users, which gives them visibility into the platform to collaborate on projects without consuming a license. The last sub-tab is Configure Apps Installation. On this tab, you can download the local files that run the native 3D Experience apps on users' computers. Simply click any of these download buttons. There's also another advantage of downloading these files, shown in the Network Installation File Storage area below. This is where the native app installation can be downloaded to a network server at a company for all users to access. That way they don't have to individually download the files from the web onto every computer. Simply enter the network path where you want the files to download, and then click Save. There are a couple more tabs here at the top that I'd like to cover in this lesson, which I'll show you in the next video. The next tab after Members I'll switch to is the Subscriptions tab. I currently don't have any subscriptions available on this platform. However, if there are more subscriptions available, you can purchase more social collaboration services along with more storage for the platform. The next tab, Communities, is where you can view statistics of all the communities that members have joined and contributed to, along with managing settings for those communities. You can manage requests for users that have been invited, manage community managers, manage the media included in the community, and as I mentioned, view the community statistics such as how many users created posts, media, questions, and answers, and manage the community settings, such as controlling who can create communities based on rights access levels shown here. Setting this option to every employee except contractors will enable all licensed users within your platform to be able to create communities and share content. I'll save this option for now. The last tab I'd like to cover in this video is the Content tab shown here. This is where you can set a couple options that are important to users on your platform, specifically how much data each user can use from the total storage space, as well as enabling a shareable link. The quota per user option can be changed to any value within the total storage space, which caps out how much data an individual user can consume. This is a great way to limit how much content a user generates, keeping them from using up all the available storage space. The Enable Shareable Link option below enables users to share content with external users without needing them to gain access to the platform. This is incredibly helpful if collaboration is part of the user's project workflow. When enabled, a URL can be copied and pasted for the content to be shared, which then gives the recipient the ability to view the files alongside the user that created them. There are a few more tabs available here in the Platform Management dashboard for admins to leverage, which I won't specifically cover in this lesson. At this point, you've seen all the major admin tools at your fingertips that give you the control you need to run the 3D Experience platform well.